The New Jersey Comic Expo 2016 was held on November 19th and 20th in Edison, New Jersey. This was the second year for this con, and they had plenty of vendors, artists, media guests, and of course, cosplayers. Not to mention, we were there with a camera. Welcome to the Con Report. They had some great media guests at this con, though it was definitely not the Starfest of the larger cons like Wizard World or Heroes and Villains. With 3 guests from The Walking Dead and 2 from Stranger Things, there was some definite star power. However, when we met with them on Saturday, there didn't seem to be huge lines to meet these acting professionals. We interviewed a few of them though, and they seemed to be having a good time.
We like to come out, obviously, to mix it up with what we refer to as the audience, particularly for The Walking Dead, because they're so much a part of the show. They're very symbiotic, the relationship between the fan base and the show. So it's great to be out and amongst, and here we are in Edison, New Jersey at the New Jersey Comic Expo, and having a great time, big time today, Saturday.
I'm doing great. I'm loving being here. This is awesome. I mean, I get to look at people like that walking around. It's fun.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's great. The cosplay here is unbelievable. So many good costumes.
While the stars were quite accessible and had some great panels, the real stars of the show seemed to be more the comic book artists. Neal Adams, Mike Zeck, and many more were present, and the fans here seemed to be much more into the comic book experience. In addition to veterans of the industry, up-and-coming comic professionals were also on the scene. We spoke to one of them, who is also a popular YouTuber.
It's going really well. I'm enjoying this. It's kind of like a smaller convention, so you get to talk to more people and all that. So I'm having a blast. You're just talking about comics and talking about my comic.
What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's about a high school student. Father left her to become a full-time superhero. Everyone in the world loves him because he's the only superhero in the world, kind of like a Superman. But she doesn't because she knows his true colors, and she inherits his abilities. So kind of find out what happens there. What does she do with these powers?
Speaking of comics, you could find plenty of those with the vendors, along with lots of toys and even some great prop weapons. The mix of vendors was impressive, and the array of merchandise was varied enough to attract a wide range of buyers. There was no reason to complain about the vendor area here. They also had some great panels and events, such as a special screening of the independent superhero comedy Surge of Power: Revenge of the Sequel. Of course, as with most conventions, there were plenty of cosplayers around. Some were guests, but many just showed up to have fun. It was an impressive array of costumes with characters from Transformers, The Walking Dead, video games, anime, and more. The costume contest at the end of Saturday brought out some masters of cosplay. It was an impressive display with a variety of characters. All in all, it was a good con. The guests were all fun folks, though perhaps the placement of the media guests didn't give them the traffic they would have otherwise received. This was a 2-day con, and you could go both days and have a good time. Though with the size of it, you could probably take in most of it in one day. I enjoyed this con, and the pricing was quite reasonable for attendees. I have a feeling that each year we'll see even bigger and better things. That's all for now. As always, have fun and cosplay on. Thanks so much for watching. Check out these other awesome videos, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button.